YouTube, this is Phil with the Phil and Florence YouTube channel. Coming back at you today with another cook. It is still college football Saturday. Carolina goes against those Florida Gators. Good luck, Gamecocks. And Clemson goes up to Boston College. Don't take this one easy. They'll be waiting for you. We got a lot to pack in this cook today. As you saw last weekend, I had a nice brisket cook, and I had a little bit of trouble with my BBQ Guru. I had ordered it, and somehow it came with just the bad programming on it, and I couldn't get it to work. Well, the good people at BBQ Guru, as soon as they heard about it, I sent them a letter, an email. Oh, Monday morning they were quick on it, and they sent me out a new one. So today I'm gonna be using it. There it is. Here's the controller and here's the fan. So I might do a little more detailed overview of these two items, or this item, at another time. I just got so much going on today, I don't have time to get into all that, but I will be using it. I'm going to be smoking a just under 10-pound Boston butt. Here a while back, Carrie with Arbor Fabricating sent me an email and asked me if I was interested in doing a review on their large capacity stainless steel charcoal basket. And I said, yeah, sure. This was the same time when my friend Greg was sending me a large capacity charcoal basket that he made for me. We had already been talking about it, and it was actually on the way. So I talked with him about this one, and since he's not into making them for sale and the other company is, there was not a conflict of interest. So you know, YouTube cooks, we have multiple cookers and we have multiple charcoal baskets. So I want to show you one that Arbor Fabricating sent to me. Here it is. It's about the same size as the other one I was using. It'll hold a lot of charcoal. You can fill that sucker up and cook for 30 hours in your Weber Smoky Mountain. Matter of fact, you may be saying, I've seen that before. Another well-known channel had this in a cook a while back. His name is Troy at T-Roy Cooks. That's right. This is the same one Troy used, and so I'm going to give it a whirl. So you stand by, and we're going to load this thing up and get this cook started. It fits right down in there. You don't even use the bottom grate. It is the grate. Total basket with the bottom included. Hey, what we'll do, I got a 19.5-pound bag of Kingsford, and it'll hold more than that, but I'm going to start out with this. It's not going to take all of this for the cook I'm doing, but I wanted to just show you it'll take that big bag of charcoal and some. I'm going to spread these out and take these out in the middle and put in this, I don't know, a dozen 15 charcoal briquettes in the middle here. With all the holes, the way this thing's made is holes on the bottom and on the side, so there's plenty of airflow. Alright, that ought to do it. We're going to get this lit and we'll be back shortly. Okay, what we're going with today is a Boston butt, got from Sam's, 9.8 pounds, and we got some baby back ribs. I'm going to get these opened up, washed off, and seasoned up, ready for the pit. So hang with me. Okay, it's time to put a little seasoning on this thing. So I'm going to go on with some yellow mustard first. Alright, I'm going to be going on with the Killer Hogs Deep Barbecue Rub. We might hit this again later on once it gets out there. Alright, I'm going to let that sit for a little bit and go check on my charcoal. Guys, we got a lot of hooking up to do between the wireless thermometers and the Guru, so let's get to it. I got to light this right down in the middle there. We don't want to light them all at one time, pour it all over the place. You don't want that. Get this thing clamped back down and get it ready to cook. I'll put my clamps back on, my hold downs. I'm going to use a couple chunks of cherry. So get a couple of these, open up and toss in there. Here we go. The cherry wood. Bring you around here. My Guru, I just put this connection on. You see that? You just take that off. I got it about this slider baffler here about halfway. Slide that sucker in there. Twist it a little bit. Okay, I'll bring you back up here. This is a magnetic controller for the Guru. Magnetic controller. Sits right in these two slots here. I love that. I had to have that, you know that. And it just sits right out. Of course, my wireless thermometer, the smoke, it'll go through here, it's normal. When you get this stuff, charcoal on, you got to move with this. You can't mess around. Gotta get her on. The smoke out here. You've seen this little bracket before. Put this out here and it can be set up right beside the Guru. Scoggett said he's not into all this fancy newfangled stuff. I totally understand, Scoggett. I sure do. But I like gadgetry. I'm a gadget man. Alright, let's get our Guru sensor probes going. Here's one for the pit. You don't want any kinks in this thing. You don't want to pull a kink tight, or you will. If you do that over and over, you'll break wire. Always get your kinks out of this stuff. We'll go back through here, fill it up. There's our meat, our food probe for the Guru. The Guru's got power supply, blower, pit, food, and this is the food. Get the pit probe going. You can pull this alligator clip off of here and stick the straight in through the grommet, so you won't be tightened with that alligator clip, and then plug it back in there. And just let this come out here and sit down by the other one. Now, this is for the pit. Of course, you see pit right there. We're going to plug that in. Here it snap in, make sure they're in good. Now we got a power supply. I'll be plugging this in a few minutes into the 12 volt, and then blower. We had that working with it earlier. Here's the fan or the blower. And bring that right up here and plug it in where it says blower. Okie dokie. Going on. Gonna plug this power in. Just gonna leave that down on the ground so I won't be tripping over running. Go ahead and slide this butt in. What we need to do is get the wireless thermometer probe, put it in. There you go. And then let's get the Guru, plug it in. I'll put it over here on the other side. We got it all hooked up. We're ready to go. And that's what this is for, a low and slow, long cook. I'm gonna close the lid and then we'll program the temperature. Start our timer here. I'm about 4 minutes behind, but that's okay. We want all of our vents closed at the bottom to make this thing work. Tell you what I'll do. I'll bring the Guru around here where you can see what I'm doing. Alright, we're going to cook at around 250. Let's just pick 250. Pit. There we go. That's on 275. Let's bring it down to 250. 250. Alright, food. We're going to cook till we get it set at 42. We're going to go up to 195. There we go. It'll alarm, say done when it gets there. You can alternate back and forth from pit, and I think I will. I think if you hit pit and up, it'll alternate from the pit temperature 219 to the food temperature 42 right now. All right, let's fix this. Let's fix this smoke. We'll do the same type thing. We're gonna set the food at come down to 195, and the low is at 50. All right, the pit, we'll cut that off. Okay, the pit, we want to cook at 250, so we're going to go down to 250. Hit set on a low of 225. That'll work. Until the Guru catches up with it, we'll turn these alarms off. Alright. I think we're set up. It took a little time when you're working by yourself and you're getting all this stuff set up. I got all the lower vents closed, as I said before, and the top one open. The Guru is pulling in the oxygen, what's determined by the controller over here. As a matter of fact, I'm going to move this back over here so they'll both be beside each other. Now you see the smoke, the thermometer, wireless thermometer, and the Guru. Alright, it's the food's at 43, the pit's at 231. So you hear the fan, get you down here. You hear that? Yep. It's working that air intake, trying to get that pit. And once it gets settled in up there to 250, we can put her to bed, and got all that charcoal in there. It's rocking in that stainless steel large capacity basket. We'll be set. Takes a little doing, but once you get it where you want it, I think it's gonna rock along pretty good, pretty smooth. Alright, I'm gonna go watch some football and let this thing just rock on for a while. I'll check back with you later on. Hour and 35 minutes. My Guru, I've bumped it up from 250 to 270. The food's at 101. Now the smoke says the food's at 90. So I don't know about that. And the pit's showing 270. The fan is real quiet. It's not even cycling. So we got plenty of heat in that cooker with all that charcoal kind of doing a minion style, easing out little by little. Now the smoke, the pit thermometer is easing back up. I think it'll get closer, but they've been running about 10 degrees different. Why, I don't know. They're both hooked in or connected on the grate beside each other. So I think that'll come. I just made some changes, so I think this will come back up to like 260 is that where this is showing 270. But that's what I got at hour and 35 minutes in. I'm pleased. So it takes a little while for that thing to find itself. After about an hour, hour and a half, it settles in and runs real smooth so far. Just a heads up on what's going on. For 43 minutes, I'm gonna hit this with some 50-50 apple juice and apple cider vinegar. Don't want to keep it open long. To point out that the Guru has a lid open feature or alarm, and I've got that set to on, so that prevents when you open the lid to do something and close it, it won't put the fan in a real hard ramping running condition. It'll just, so it won't overshoot the temperature. And so I do have the lid on, a lid open feature on, so it'll ease back into the temperature I have it set at. 3.5 hours. It's at 270 and holding. The smoke showing 281. The Guru is showing the meat internal at 145. The smoke at 140. Alright, I need to spritz it again. Alright, it's starting to bark up a little bit. What we're going to do now is put together a glazing sauce for this Boston butt. And I saw this on How to Barbecue Right, Malcolm Reed's channel, and it looked good to me, so that's what I'm going with. And the ingredients are 12 ounces of the Killer Hogs the barbecue sauce, 4 ounces of apple cider vinegar, 4 ounces of apricot preserves. I don't have apricot, I'm going to use peach preserves, and 4 ounces of honey. So I'm going to put this camera down so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, let's put this stuff together. Okay, 1.5 cups. This is a cup, actually 12 ounces, so I'm going to go with 1.5 cups. Here's a half of How to Barbecue or Killer Hogs the barbecue sauce. Okay, put this out of the way. Okay, 4 ounces, which is a 1/2 cup of apricot preserves, but since I don't have that, I'm using peach preserves. Matter of fact, I'm just going to dump out what's in this jar. Go in with that. Then, same thing with the honey. 4 ounces of honey. Alright. Get all that honey goodness out of there. Then a 1/2 cup of apple cider vinegar. 4 ounces. Okay. Can't go wrong there. Take this little whisk, whip it up, and then we're going to put this on a low heat, and this is going to be our glaze for that butt. I saw Malcolm do that, and it really looked good. Put a pretty color on it after he put it back in there and let it set. Okay, you'll see that at the end of the cook. Okay guys, we are at the 4.5 hour mark. You see the Guru's at 270, 272 on the smoke. The food, 153 on the Guru, 151 on the smoke. They finally have pulled together. Alright, I'm glad to see that. It's been a beautiful day out here. Nice blue sky. It rained yesterday. Again, seems like I say that every time. Blue sky. So it's a great day. It's like 55 degrees. It's supposed to be in the 30s tonight, low 30s. I think a frost warning. That's all right. This is better than 95, right?
I got a slight seepage.
A little bit of smoke coming from around the lid. I said door, but the lid. And so, to keep it to 270, all the bottom vents closed, Guru doing all the work on the intake, I had to close my top vent to about half to keep this thing down to 270. I've heard some of the other guys on the forums talking about having a Guru with a Weber Smoky Mountain and their temps over 300. So that's what I've had. I guess I'll be putting some gasket material around that lid to maybe fix that. But I did have to close the top vent a little bit, well, to half, to make it maintain 270 and not go any higher. Alright, just wanted to give you that little tidbit. It's time to wrap. I'm going to shoot some more apple cider vinegar and apple juice. Just put some in there. Put just a little more of this rub on there. Get it to continue on. We've got to the stall 153 at 5 hours. Alright, we'll let it work its way out of it. Catch back up with you in a little bit. And what I'm gonna do is unwrap it and put on that glaze. Alright, we're at 7 hours and 24 minutes. I'm gonna put this glaze on. It's a nice looking glaze all over it. I'm hoping I can pick it up to put it back on there. I don't know how this is gonna go. Come on now. There we go. I don't even need these probes back on there anymore. Just move them over here out of the way. Matter of fact, I don't need the Guru anymore. I'm just going to close this up and let it ride and let that firm up. Our cook's done. The Boston Butt has been resting for about 30 minutes, 35 minutes. And we've been in there watching football. So it's time to see what this thing looks like and to pull it. So let's look at it. Alright, let's pull this thing. First thing I want to know is, will this bone come out? Well, I think I broke the bone. Part of it. Alright, turn and twist. This was this must have been a picnic, the lower portion. The bone's different. Yeah, that's a leg bone or something. That's not the bone that we normally, no wonder it didn't come out. And no wonder it had the, I know when I got it and trimmed the fat off of it, the cap off of it, that's not the butt that I normally get. That's alright. That is all right. Let's just kind of work on this then. You notice this is not done South Carolina style, vinegar based and all that. This is your standard pulled pork, I guess Kansas City style, Memphis style, the way most people do it. So I wanted to do it that way this time. And we're going to break it up some more. This is just that's nice though. That's some nice looking pieces of pork. Might have to get a picture of that. Y'all hold on a minute. Ready for a taste test?
Yes.
All right, reach down in this pan right here and get you some.
Very good.
You like that?
Yes.
I'm gonna try it myself. That's a nice looking piece of pulled pork.
Very good. Can't wait.
That's real good pulled pork right there. That's on the money. You ready to eat?
Yes, I am.
Alright guys, there you have it. It was about an 8-hour cook total, so that was about right. It wasn't hot and fast, but I did cook it at 270. I averaged about 270. And I used the Guru. Didn't have to adjust the vents. I was not out there back and forth adjusting vents. I just let it go. About 6 hours in, I did have to go out and shake the ashes out of the little holes in the bottom of that basket because it was getting stopped up. So, because I saw my temperature falling, and I knew that's what it was. Just go out there and shake it and let it fall on through, and it picks back up and goes about its business. I had charcoal left over. I knew I would. I don't have any idea I'd get. Now, if I fill that basket up, I could probably get a long cook. But you saw what I put in it, 119.5 pound bag, and that's a big bag. But it did a good job. The stainless steel basket from Arbor Fabricating, I highly recommend it. And if you are interested in one, go to arborfab.com and put in the code PIF5, PIF5, and they'll give you 5% off if you're interested in one. So just wanted to let you know about that, and I'm satisfied with the Guru's performance, and I'm satisfied with the basket, the charcoal basket performance. So all in all, it was a very good cook, a success. So until next time, this is Phil and Florence.
And Janet and Florence.
That's right. We'll see you down the road.
Bye.
Bye.
Go Tigers.
Go Cox.